First off, we need to address a name. We may change lives here, or we might destroy them. I'm not really sure. I think Banter Brigade's a pretty good one.
We'll have to consult our legal department.
BB. Double B. I like Banter Brigade.
It's simple. Comes off the tongue nicely.
It would look good on a t-shirt.
It would, if we need to make a change.
Make a change today.
If we get sued, hey, I know a guy. We're good.
That's true.
All right.
Welcome to the first episode of Banter Brigade. We weren't sure we were going to put this episode out. This was kind of a test, a pilot, if you will. We were trying to figure out the name of the podcast, what kind of things we would talk about, and we sort of figured it out in this episode. So it will only get better from here. You'll get to see as we progress. But it sounds like we're going to have snake drafts on the podcast, and our topics aren't going to be too limited. We're going to talk about all kinds of things. Things that a lot of guys are maybe afraid to talk about, like trimming your eyebrows or stuff like that. We've got all kinds of topics, and I hope you enjoy the first episode of Banter Brigade. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, whatever platform you're listening on. Enjoy.
What do you guys want out of this podcast?
I just want to be away from my wife. We're about to have a kid, so I'm trying to look for an out.
Do we want to try to make it like a successful podcast, or are we just having fun?
Personally, I don't know where Sam's at, but I would like to retire sooner than later. So if we could boost this up a little bit so I can get the heck out of here.
I say we might as well try to make it if we're spending the time doing it.
Yeah. I'm not here just to not make any money.
No, I'm not here to spend gas money.
I don't actually like you guys. I'm here to make money. That's an opportunity.
I'd like to get free stuff.
Okay.
Open-ended episodes, but we can come with certain topics.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to do a sports one, we would do a sports one, and then like we'd have sports topics on.
Yeah, I say we just start just seeing what happens, and what happens. We just keep going.
Okay.
I'm also a fan of a snake draft.
Snake draft.
What's a snake draft?
So it'd be like, let's say music, right? So let's say music was they're like artists, music
90s music albums would be the draft. And
so if you were number one, you would pick first your favorite one that you think's the best and the strongest out of all of them. Say you were, I don't know, Taylor Swift, number one. Then Sam would go number two. What's after Taylor Swift? He'd do like, I don't know, Justin Timberlake.
Oh.
And then it would keep going down. Then it would go to me. I'd have two picks, and then it would just keep.
Okay, and then how do you win?
Then you post it, and then people just comment on it on TikTok and Instagram or whatever.
You don't say who has what list. They just decide on what they actually like, not who they like as a person.
Okay.
Although we're all equally as handsome as each other.
So how would they not know who did what if we were posting it?
Well, you could. I mean, there's not a wrong way to do it.
Okay.
So cool. That's something we could do. So I'll start something off here. I want your guys' opinion on something.
Okay.
So this isn't a recent thing. This is like more of like a home situation of like you give something to somebody as like to borrow, right? And then something happens to it. And I'm like going through my head like, what the fuck did I borrow from it? Okay, no. So a neighbor came asking for a Crockpot, right? Okay. And I love my Crockpot. Me and Maggie got this really
just recent
big ass Crockpot, maybe like a year ago.
Okay.
Would you like to expose this person right now?
Yeah, you want to name names?
I won't name names. But anyways, so
let's call this person girl or boy.
It's a couple.
Okay, let's call them.
They identify as
Tina
and a she.
Tina and John.
There we go, Tina and John. So they grab a crock pot from me, right? And then they bring it home.
Who came to grab the crock pot from me? Was it Tina or John?
John.
Okay.
Then they come back with the crock pot, but it's the base and the inner lining of the crock pot is smashed. It's broken, and it's in the crock pot.
Were you there to receive the crock pot?
I was.
And they just...
So they gave it to me, right? So they gave it to me, and like, hey, so sorry. We actually dropped it pretty much right after you gave it to us. So we weren't even able to use it. And I was like, oh, that's no big deal. They're like, we'll replace it. We'll give you a new one. I was like, fantastic, whatever. Cool. Expected. So then a week later, they send us a crock pot through Amazon or whatever, and we're expecting the same exact one, like size at least, not brand, whatever, that's fine. Then they send us a little baby crock pot.
Oof.
So ours was a huge one that you could make, pounds and pounds of meat in. So I'm just curious, like, especially a crock pot. Sam, I know you like crock pots.
I do.
So
I love crock pots.
Simple cooking.
Exactly. So would you
They
guys
last for
expect
days.
it back? The same size or brand, or do you guys just think
I would
a
expect
gift back?
I would expect one of greater or equal value, and I'm assuming that they thought they were giving you that. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say they thought that that's what they were giving to you, but it didn't show up like that. And did you tell them that?
No.
Like, hey, this is like, I'm
No.
so sorry, but I would have told
I've known
them.
them for a year. I've known them since I was like a kid. So
I think
I'm not gonna.
if that were me and I broke someone's crock pot, you immediately go to a store and get something of greater value, or
Okay.
else you are scum
Right?
and never coming back on my property. So I hope you've
Well, we're
set the
still
tone.
friends. We're still friends.
So you're a
but-
pushover.
Yeah. Well, my dog is their dog's best friend and vice versa. So, like, it's a really hard relationship. You know what I mean?
What kind of crock pot did you have?
I don't remember, but it was a really, really nice big one.
I would, and it's too late to return
Yeah.
the other one by now.
No,
'Cause you're
and
such a
it's
pushover.
fine. We have like 3 crock pots. So if we
It's
really
not fine though. You're bringing it up on a podcast.
I'm just curious.
How long has this been sitting on your chest?
Yeah,
It's anytime I have I have like, what would you do? It's like, this is what I bring up.
Tina, John, what the fuck?
Be better.
Be better. Don't be like Tina and John.
Okay, so we're on the same page. So
So do you treat their dog any differently now that you're upset with Tina and John?
their dog
Give
is
him
something
less
else
treats?
Anyways, so
Their dog's what?
their dog is something else anyways.
What would you lose from not having them in your life anymore, other than moral support for your lovely dog?
That would be a big one, yeah. And my dog is everything to me at this point.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry,
yeah, I don't know.
Could you cut them out without cutting the dog out?
That would be
because
awkward.
it's not his fault or
I
her
can't
fault.
text the dog and be like, "Hey, do you want to come over and play?"
If this is still bothering you, I would either say you need to say something or let it go.
No, I have
And you
let
need
it
to-
go.
I don't think you have.
I'm not upset.
Let it go.
Let it go,
Don't worry
I don't
about
know,
that
just
crock
curious.
pot any.
Mo.
Just curious.
I think you need to just drop a hint and be like, yeah, I really miss my old large crock pot that I'd had for years that my grandmother gifted me as a young boy.
I can't.
Would love that back.
It was a wedding gift, so
I would if it was me, I would say that it's too late to say something.
Yeah.
But in the future, I would learn from this situation and say that you need to hop on that immediately and be like, yo, you broke my crock pot and this is the one you got me is not as good. I'm really sorry, but I think, can we return that and can you just give me the same crock pot that I had?
yeah.
I don't think
Well-
you give back something that's broken. Now you just have to deal with that.
Well,
No.
that was the funny thing is when they gave it back, they were like, we couldn't find the same crock pot, so we ordered you a smaller one.
Oh, they knew they ordered the smaller one.
Yeah, because they couldn't find. They were looking for just a liner. They didn't want to get a whole new crock pot, so they were looking for just a liner. They're like, oh, if you can find a liner, we thought we'd give this back to you, but we ordered you another one.
I think you have them over for dinner, make a very small portion of food, and say, I'm sorry, I would have made more, but you shattered my crock pot.
I think
My
that's a great
grandmother
idea.
I could barely feel you. Look at Maggie; she's withering away. It's
And
'cause
do you
I don't
still have the
big enough
broken
crock
pieces?
pot.
Because I would frame
Oh,
one
I
of the
threw
broken
that away.
pieces and then put like a note from your grandma under it
Yeah.
and like just really push it in there
I
that
threw that
they ruined
away.
your life.
I threw it away. They ruined my life.
I'm sorry.
It still sits with me, and I'm still curious because I'm just. If it was me personally, I would have.
How big of a
gotten it.
crock pot was it?
I mean, it was.
There's no way they couldn't find another big crock pot.
Well, probably if they wanted to buy a fully new one, but I think they were
Well,
looking
that's
for a liner.
expected.
Well, it's expected to get someone a fully new one. If you
Yeah.
can't replace just the liner, then
That's what I'm saying.
you're responsible
I don't
for
know.
the whole thing.
They're good people in the end. They're good people.
All right, I've got a
So,
question. Let's say you're at a sporting event, concert, musical, and you got to go get a hot dog or go to the bathroom, and you accidentally kick someone's beer over as you're going in front of them. Is it the right thing to immediately go get that person a replacement beer? Or do you just hit them with, I'm sorry, so many times until they just drop it?
That's a really good question. I think personally, if I were to hit someone's beer, or even nachos, whatever it was,
anything.
hit anything on the ground, I probably would well, for one, I probably don't have cash on me because everything's just tap and pay at this point, right? So I think I would say like, hey, what beer do you got? I got, and I'd go get one. Now, if the game was over and I was pissed, if we lost or if I was hammered, I probably wouldn't.
Fair.
Or I'd give him my whole wallet because I was hammered. I don't know.
I'd probably just hit him with like, hey, you want me to grab you another beer? Because first off, if it's a game, maybe he wants to get back real quick and he's just like, fuck this.
Yeah.
But then whether he responds, if he's like, yeah, I'd love another beer, then I'd grab him one. But if he's like, no, fuck you, then I'd be like.
And by asking him that or her, you're immediately opening or closing the door to that situation and you move on with your life.
Mm-hmm. That is
it's not lingering
you don't
over
even
your
have
head.
to buy it.
What would you do?
I'd ask them if they wanted their beer, and if they said no, I'd say, see you later.
Yep.
And then I'd enter in the other side of the aisle and go to my seat.
with my new beer in my hot dog.
Exactly.
And sit really comfortably in my seat so they can't see me enjoying it.
What did you have for topics in there?
I had snake draft, and that's it. I thought that
covered that right.
I thought it was going to be a home run.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, I do have a question that's been lingering over my head.
Oh God.
So my question is: after a first date, a good date, let's say, you're not dinner; it's just a casual hangout in a public place. Do you lean in for a kiss?
Is the kiss in the public place still?
You're in the parking lot.
So nobody's really around. It's just you two.
Either way.
I would say yeah. Yeah.
What?
This is giving me butterflies just thinking about it. When you first meet somebody and you get that feeling, that tingly feeling. I want to kiss you right now.
But imagine you thought the date went well. You'd been off the grid for a minute, so you're ready to get back into the scene, and you lean in, and she goes, "Mm-mm."
Wait, so you?
Oh, that did happen?
No, it did. I didn't. I didn't do it. But I'm saying that she's saying that in the past she expects a kiss after the first date, and that wasn't even on my radar.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
This is a random person you just met online.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
How long was it? It was a good first date. How long was the date?
I don't know, a couple hours.
Yeah, I would say kiss for sure.
But you're not just going in for a kiss though. You're not just like
you go in for the kiss because you had a great date and you want to see if it's worth if there's sparks or not.
But if you don't want to jump the gun.
I think it set a better precedent for you that you didn't do it because what happens?
Precedent, you said.
Precedent.
Yeah, it just wasn't even on my radar, and I've been panicking, asking all my friends, and they all say no.
But I don't know.
Really?
That's tough.
I've been out of the dating game since 2012.
Oh, it's changed.
2012.
Yeah.
Or 2013 maybe.
Holy moly. No, I think you did the right thing. I don't think I would have kissed her unless she gave me the vibe of like that awkward like Minnesota, Wisconsin, like Midwestern goodbye thing when like you're still lingering there.
Yeah, how much lingering was there?
I think
and also
was there fiddling with the keys?
I had gotten there earlier, and I had gotten a very mint parking space right near the front of the brewery. She was in the street, so I was the first to get into my car.
Oh, you didn't walk her to your car?
Well, that was my second mistake.
Oh, you didn't walk her to the car.
Then I think
I don't do many or have not done many first dates, if any. So I was just like, okay, she hasn't slapped me or run away or anything. Like I made it to the end. Like, let me just get in my car and just debrief.
You left and you were like, I don't want to do anything else to fuck this up. See ya.
I gave her a classic, one-handed hug goodbye.
Oof.
It wasn't. I was panicking.
I would have definitely. There's no question that you should have walked her to the car.
Yeah, that was a fumble.
But the rest is up for debate. I don't think that is though.
But I don't want to come off creepy. Like, let me take you to your car. I don't know. In my head,
I think you use the same thing of like when you spill the beer, you just extend the. Would you like me to walk you to your car?
I don't even think you ask. I just think you say, "Hey,
you want me to carry you to your car?"
I was like, where did you park? Oh, I parked over there. All right, I parked right here. I'll walk you to the car. I've been sweating profusely lately.
What kind of deodorant to use?
Not in pits.
Chest.
I'm usually a back sweater, right? But now I'm more of a bottom sweater.
Bottom where?
Butt, like my butt.
South
like,
mouth?
But yeah, the south.
Are we talking in the crease? In the crease or the actual cheeks?
Like, just like, every once in a while, like, I'll go to the bathroom and I'll be like, holy crap. I was sweating.
Does it
pretty
get to
hard
the
down
point
there.
where you can't wear like gray shorts or pants? Let's say golfing. Are you scared that you're gonna have swass?
Oh, for sure. In the summer. Oh gosh, yeah. But I don't care. I'm with my boys. I don't care what I'm not trying to
Respect.
hit on any golf cart girls at that point. So it doesn't really matter.
So,
But do you guys have butt sweat?
No.
Like, I'm not talking about swass. I'm talking like literally like right in the middle ground of your boxer shorts.
my system runs hot, but not in the lower unit.
Interesting. That's lucky. Where do you sweat?
Just pits, chest, face.
Interesting. Yeah, Maggie keeps telling me to go get that checked out. I'm not sure what I should do.
Do you like Gold Bond?
I haven't used it, but she keeps telling me that.
Were you the person I was telling that you should use baby powder?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Similar.
a good idea.
Yeah. Why were you telling me to use baby powder?
Baby powder soaks up moisture.
No, I know, but why were we on this topic?
I think because your ass was sweating.
Oh.
Or chafing? Either way.
Oh yeah, I most of the time
Yeah,
I'm using baby wipes at work because they are cheap as hell and
They're wet?
My baby wipes are wet.
Yeah,
yes.
when you are done wiping, do you use a piece of toilet paper to dry off the area?
I don't know.
Well, that
Not all the
that
time.
could be your problem, is what I'm saying.
It's not that. Promise
You're just
you,
adding
it's-
more moisture then.
If you start with moisture, you're going to continue to get more and more moisture. And it's
Do
going
you
to...
guys have baby wipes?
Does it get itchy then?
Try it out.
I actually got some baby wipes for Christmas from a Secret Santa.
Must have been a generous donor.
Very much.
I'll have to try that out.
Like when I go into the bathroom, if I got a little bit of wetness back there, like if I can just feel it's a little wet back there, I just dab it with the paper towel.
Paper towel.
Yeah,
Or
what do you-
toilet paper.
Do you guys trim your nose hairs?
Yes.
I have.
Okay.
Not on a regular basis.
So like when I first did it, it made my nose super itchy. I was like itching my nose like.
How did you do it?
I just had put up a thing up my nose.
Like
It
what
might have
kind of
been
thing?
Yours.
What do you mean it might have been mine?
I swear, like I think you told me to try yours one time. No, it was my dad. Never mind. It was my dad. He told me.
Have
to
you
try
used
it.
my nose clippers?
yeah.
Oops. No. But so I did it, but I didn't like it. But I'm wondering if like, and this was a year ago, so I'm definitely wrong. But like, I feel like that screwed up my nose hair length for like the rest of my life because I'm.
Well, yeah, when you
constantly-
trim nose
constantly
hairs, they
itching
do
my
get shorter.
nose.
Well, how far up did you go?
I don't remember. It was a
You
while
just want to
ago.
trim what's coming out.
Yeah, so like now
'Cause
I'm
you
like,
want the
I'm
rest.
like itching my nose. So I like itch my nose, and Maggie always tells me I'm picking my nose, but I'm just my finger may be in my nose, but I'm just itching it.
Are bats in the cave or what?
No, I'm seriously. I'm literally just like itching it. Like,
Have you, like, how long ago was this that you trimmed it?
dude, while ago.
And it's still itchy.
Yeah,
I don't think it's the same thing.
Okay.
I think you have a dry nose.
maybe.
Have you used a saline nasal spray?
Do you have a humidifier?
I do downstairs. Not
Dude,
upstairs.
get a humidifier in your bedroom. It'll change your life.
Really?
Agreed.
Good idea.
My nose gets dry in the winter, so I have a saline spray that I throw in there before I go to
Saline?
bed.
So not a. Not
It's like a salt spray that you throw in your nose. It
Not like
stops
an
from
allergy
nosebleeds.
thing.
Not an allergy thing. This is like pure water that you.
Interesting.
Spray
Do you start
into your
crying
nose.
after that.
No, it's your nose, not your eyes.
But yeah, but your nose or your nasal.
I don't think there's any like chemical. It's just
Yeah, it's just a saline spray, so it's got a small amount of salt in it. I'm not sure what that's for, but it helps for like. I had a lot of bloody noses as a kid.
what do you guys think about ASMR?
Dude, your hair is the new thing I've been having to trim.
Dude, my eyebrows I've had to trim.
Maggie trims
So let's
my
talk about that because the thing with have you ever trimmed your eyebrows?
Maggie trims my eyebrows.
You can't trim them too much, otherwise you don't look like a guy. If you like, there's a certain point that you have to get to. I feel like
What are you talking about?
You can't trim your eyebrows. You have to be careful when you trim them because you can't trim them too much where it looks like you trimmed them. Because as a guy, you can't have like trimmed eyebrows, like shaped eyebrows.
That's like I think that's like. I don't
What do you
that's
think?
a
Do you agree with
legit
that?
I don't agree or disagree.
Okay.
It's not like I want them trimmed. It's like you've got long eyebrows, hairs. You need to trim those. So
Okay, we're just talking length. We're not talking
Yeah,
like.
I don't- yeah, I
Because
don't
I got
think-
stuff that like grows out up here, like not
let's
attached.
just connect that to your beard.
Yeah, that would be cool.
It's a full circle.
That would be cool. Connected to your little belly hair too.
Yeah.
No, Maggie trims. I have like one or two hairs on each eyebrow that kind of shoot out every once in a while. So Maggie will have to cut it. down.
Okay.
But I don't trim my eyebrows.
Okay, you just go.
I'm not against
You're
it.
trimming length.
Yeah, I'm not against it though. Have you ever got a facial?
No, but you have. And
Yeah, and it's amazing.
Tell me about it.
It's great. I don't know. It was just like the most relaxing thing ever. She like massaged my arms and hands. And
Who is she?
She's Maggie's.
Let's call her Tina.
Tina Turner. No, but it was great. She was great.
I've been doing dry January.
What does that mean?
Congrats.
You're not having sex?
Catherine's
Thank you.
also doing that.
No, you don't drink in January. I have 3 dates that I've predetermined I am going to drink because I have family events.
That's fine.
You can't not drink at family events?
Oh, I have to get hammered.
Well, it's not that I don't want to. It's that for the family event, we're going to breweries, so I didn't want to miss out on the fun just because I'm trying to do dry the rest.
Interesting.
If I don't periodically, I will take time off.
January.
It's mostly dry January. Periodically, I'll take time off of drinking just to make sure that I still can.
Not to say the stereotype of being in a band, you feel like you have to drink at every event. Maybe that's not true.
I would say that when I'm playing, it's very expected and it helps
if
the
you have
bars
just
sell
a
stuff.
little beer. Oh, I guess, yeah.
Because
you get a cut of the bar sales.
Well, I drink for free everywhere I play.
Oh, I would have no self-control.
So
That'd be hard.
it's hard because then I really want to try all this shit, but I have to limit myself to 2 beers because I play for 3 hours. Depending on what the beers are, I have to look at percentages and stuff too and be careful because sometimes you can drink 3 light beers, but 2.
And you're not an IPA guy.
I am, but I started getting really sick from them. I love IPAs, but I can't drink them anymore because I get really sick.
Do you guys ever hear about the thing where people say IPAs give you man boobs? Is that a thing?
I have not.
I'm going to ask you, AI. There's no direct evidence linking the consumption of IPAs, India Pale Ales, to the development of man boobs. However, excessive alcohol intake can contribute to hormonal imbalances and weight gain, which may indirectly affect body composition. It's essential to maintain a balanced lifestyle for... Is he going to pee
It
again?
looks like we just lost a host.
It's essential to maintain a balanced lifestyle for overall health. If you have concerns about specific health effects, it's advisable to consult with a
Please seek
healthcare professional.
medical professional.
Why don't we have the stormtrooper in the camera?
Hit that top button once,